Guys, I'm off early. I'm off early. You know what that means? You know what that means? You know what that means? Bus, club, another club, plane, next place, no sleep. Just kidding. You know what that means? That means I'm going to the bookstore. Did I forget my list? I have a whole list of things I want to get. I'm very excited to be going to the bookstore. I thought I would have to squeeze it in with the millions and millions of things that I have to do this weekend. But luckily, I was on break. I was taking my little shower or whatever on break because, you know, I just worked out this morning. And then my boss messaged me and was like, "Hey, yo, are you trying to get the day off?" And I was like, say literally less. Don't know what these people are doing. I would literally love nothing more but then to go to the bookstore. Like, you feel me? He literally said, like, hello? He literally said, "Okay, here's the tea. You can have the day off if you go to the bookstore." I'm lying. He didn't say that. So, what am I going to be looking for, okay? I'm going to be looking for Bunny, and I'm going to be looking for 2 copies of Rouge, okay? I will explain to you in a future video coming out in probably the first week of February why I'm looking for a copy of Bunny. Hey, Brooklyn, do you have a copy of Bunny? Of course I have a copy of Bunny. I'll tell you why later. Don't worry about it. I'm looking for a copy of We Used to Live Here. If you have not watched my top 10 books of 2025 video, you need to do that literally right now. There's a link right here. Hello. Okay. And then I'm looking for Where I End. If you watched Sarah from Wicked Readings video, you would know that was her top favorite book of the year. And I'm like, let me get on that because we have very similar tastes in books. I'm looking for Picture of Dorian Gray. By the time you see this, you will know. By the time you see this, you will know why I'm looking for that book. Okay. Period. And then I'm looking for Cersei. Okay. I was on TikTok as I do. And I saw an interview with Elizabeth Olsen, and she said that she read Cersei when she was about to play Scarlet Witch in the Doctor Strange 2 movie. So I said, period, I love me some Scarlet Witch. Let me get on that. She said her Cersei and Wanda's characterization is very similar. So I said, all right. I swore that I was not going to be reading that book because I listened to a whole in-depth summary of what happened, and I was like, okay, I'm just not really that interested in this. However, I have since changed my mind. Mother has convinced me. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll meet you at the bookstore.
Okay, so I'm walking to the section that has Mona Awad, my queen, and I am just looking around to see, hey girl, do we got Bunny, do we got Rouge up in here? And I look and I see absolutely not. We have 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl. We have actually, in fact, 2 copies of that, but we don't have Rouge, nor do we have Bunny. Like, what the heck? So I didn't buy anything. Guys, should I read this? Please let me know. Because I have seen the cover kind of, but I have not heard anyone talk about it. But look how gorgeous that cover is. And really quick, speaking of gorgeous covers, hello, look at this one. This is stunning. Covers like this just makes me want to read the book. This is me praying to the book gods that they're going to have what I need. No exit, love, and you cannot convince me otherwise no matter what you say. I'm sorry. Gorgeous. I want to be on this beach every day for the rest of my life. Gorgeous southern vibes. Has anyone heard of this book? Because I never have. It just reminds me of Savannah, Georgia so much. I feel like I read this book, but I cannot remember literally anything about it. I don't know. This is kind of giving Mockingjay, you know, the third Hunger Games. Right now I'm panicking because I really feel like I'm not gonna find anything that I have been looking for this whole entire day. But hopefully. This, I feel like I should have gotten this. I know that's right. This store had so many copies of Frankenstein. If you need a copy of Frankenstein, I got you. Just hit me up next time you want me to go to the bookstore. And literally, who has this much to say? Like, imagine getting a voice memo from this person. That would be like 9 minutes long just to tell you about a piece of toast that they put in the toaster. Found the first thing that I was looking for, a picture of Dorian Gray. You already know what it is, Classic Scares Club. Are you joining? Are you joining us? I'm so excited to have found my own copy so I can annotate this thing, and it's only $4. $4, can you believe? You can't even get a 4 for 4 for that amount of money anymore. Like, be serious. And also, I don't know anything about this man. I don't know anything about this book, but this cover is just speaking very, very loudly to me, and I wanted to show you how gorgeous it is. A little fun fact about me is the Ides of March is in fact my birthday. If you don't know what that is, just Google it, because to be honest, I don't really know what it is either. I just know that it's my birthday, okay? Also, I heard Sylvia Plath was a alleged raging racist. Allegedly, I don't know the full T. Do you know the full T? Because I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google that later for real. And books versus cigarettes. I should have picked this up because I'm so interested in, like, why would you even compare the two? Like, what is the difference and why do you need to write about it? And that's not shade. That's just me genuinely wondering. And I should have gotten a copy of Animal Farm because I want to reread it so freaking bad. I regret not getting this. I really regret it. It would only be like $5 or something like that. And I'm in my favorite section, the LGBTQ section. Has anyone read this? It looks so good. The tension in their faces, the butch representation, coffee shop romance. Are they coworkers? I feel like they're coworker enemies who end up falling in love. That's just what I'm getting from the cover. It looks so cute to me, and I really want to read this. Tell me why this was in the LGBTQ romance section. What does that mean? I don't think it was supposed to be there, but it's kind of giving fitting a little bit, if you ask me. Please, is this book good? I heard about it a little bit when it came out. Otherwise, crickets. I never heard about it ever again or seen it around. And to be honest, I'm sorry, a scent of your breath, all I could think of was morning breath. I'm sorry. Maybe this is romantic. To me, breath is not romantic. I don't know. Is this book good? I don't know. I don't like the title, Seed, but I feel like I've heard some people enjoy this book, but it's giving like I'm nervous to read it because Seed reminds me of something else, if you know what I mean. Should I read The Exorcist? The movie scared the actual hell out of me. I need to know if I should read this. Should I read it? Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Stephen King, but you cannot tell me he was not eating the house boots down with this look. Look at the pose. The pose is nasty. The foot is out. Like, he is really working it. This cover is giving kind of like a 1950s murder mystery detective era, except for it's set like in the past and the movie is black and white. Okay, don't be mad at me when I say this, but I read this book. I didn't think it was that great, but I love the cover of this one. I feel like it fits the story very well, though I wanted to like the story much better than I actually did. Have any of you read this book? I am reading it in February. I bought it on Kindle a few days ago because it was on sale for, I believe, $1.99. I have this book, but I don't know if it's any good or if I should keep it. Should I give this book another shot? I DNF'd it because I could not get into the story, though the crude things that were happening didn't really bother me that much. I recently read this book, but did not unfortunately like it as much as I wanted to. But the cover I am absolutely obsessed with. I have no idea what this book is about, but it looks intense. Things have gotten worse since we last spoke. Iconic book. Love the format. Love everything about this, even though it's absolutely insane, crazy, and disgusting. Have you read it? Let's talk about it. This aisle is mostly vampires, I think, which is kind of crazy because it's a couple different authors. First of all, this cover is absolutely stunning, but tell me why this book was $25 at the used bookstore. I said, no thank you. I'm passing on that. Don't be surprised if I look like this book after 75 hard. Okay, really lock in and tell me if I should read this book because the mother freaking cover with the hands gestures or whatever that they're doing, I am in love with that. But is this book any good and should I read it? Please let me know. Please, 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 please. I read this book for my book club, the Women's Wrong Support Group, and unfortunately I was not a big fan of it. It was kind of like she was trying to give Hannibal Lecter, but she wasn't as likable as him, in my opinion. When I looked at this book, RuPaul's voice played in my head, and it was like, why it gotta be White Spider? I couldn't help but giggle a little bit. If you liked this book, why? Literally, why? In love with every single thing about this cover. I recently got this book for Christmas. However, it had a different cover with this and it has red sprayed edges. I almost bought this book, but tell me why it was $25. And I want to read the other book, I forget what it's called, by the same author before I read this one. This book looks insanely queer and insanely like, I don't know, so good. It looks like a love triangle that I need to read. It's illegal how pretty this sprayed edge is. I have never heard of this book before, but I'm loving the cover and I'm loving the sprayed edges on it. My girl! Yes, I need to read this book. I read Female of the Species and I cannot tell you a single thing about it except for it's supposed to be like a YA thriller, but I did not really enjoy that book. Now that I think about it, I'm like, what was that book even about for real? I am saying hello to the beloved Lunar Chronicles. She is eating another interesting looking love triangle. I was so extremely close to getting another copy of She Gets the Girl because I lent it to my friend and I have not heard from them in over a year. And I don't have my book back, unfortunately. But also, it was so high up, it was nearly touching the ceiling. That white stuff up there, that's the ceiling. Another cute cover. If any of you need a copy of the Summer I Turned Pretty series, I got you. Just let me know next time. This is an Alice in Wonderland retelling that I tried to read before about 3 years ago, and I could not get into it at all. Read this series. Read this series. I don't care if you don't read YA. Read this series. The scream I scrumped when I saw that they had this book. Oh my god.
I told you. Yeah, I was like, why does the covers look so different?
I really love this art style for this book, and I would love to see the other covers of this series in this art style. Okay, guys, question. Is this book LGBT? Because I really thought it was. The redheaded person is kind of giving butch or they, them. I don't remember, but I feel like I was told that this book was LGBT. Do you know? Can you enlighten me, please? This is you if you're watching my video and are not subscribed. This is me when my acting career kicks off. Okay, but tell me why I'm actually like really intrigued by this novel, and the cover is giving everything to me. I think it's because she is a redhead with red lipstick, red nails, and a red shirt. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Is this what the musical is based off of? Is this book good? I see it everywhere. Is this ocean horror? I feel like I heard somewhere that this is ocean horror and that this is good. Is this even horror to begin with? Because it was not in the horror section. Hey, Wicked Book 4. Bro, for real, have I read this? Have I read this? You know what? I think I DNF this book, unfortunately. Listen, please, 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 please. I know this book is bad. Do I want to read it? Yes, I still kind of want to read that, girl. Shout out to all the Hannahs out there. Should I read this? I heard that it was good, but I also heard that it was very similar to Notes on an Execution, and I gave that book, I believe, 1 star. Oh no, I'm lying. I gave it 2 stars. I love everything about this. The cover, the most wonderful crime of the year. Love that name. Everything about it is cute. I just hope that the book is good. Have you read this? Real talk. Have you guys watched the movie or read the book to this? Because I'm a little bit interested, but if it's not good, I'm not going to read it, and that's the tea. If you want a good ass thriller, read this book. I don't know how to feel about anything about this book. This is interesting because my dyslexic ass has no idea what this says. This is your memoir when you come to my house for Christmas. I feel like this is exactly what I would look like if I was a man. Robin Hobb be writing, and I don't know if they are a man, a woman, or non-binary. This is Robin, in case you guys are wondering. I've never seen that girl before until just now. And don't get me started on Christina Henry. I will not be reading another book by her. She knows what she did. Should I read this? I know someone who read this book, get this, 11 times. They said that it's not really clear as to what's going on. You just have to go with it. I don't know if I like that, actually. I am loving this absolutely gorgeous cover. This cover is pretty cool. I don't usually read sci-fi if I could help it. No offense, but this one might get me into it. Is this good? I don't know. I only heard, I think, 1 or 2 people talking about it, but I cannot remember what they said for the life of me. I love the cover, though. I have this book on Kindle. I need to read it so bad. Unfortunately, my Kindle edition does not obviously come with the sprayed edges, though. Okay, for my crafting girlies, I feel like you guys would probably like this one. The cover is textured, and it's giving crafty vibes to me. For the people who are currently obsessed with good spirits, I said hi to this book because I know that you liked it. You see, this is kind of giving misleading because whilst the name is Slow Burn, nothing that is happening on the cover is giving slow burn at all. If you squint, this is lesbians. There is just something about this cover that does not sit right with me. I don't know what it is. Kind of loving this cover, even though I'm not the biggest fan of yellow, and for that I apologize. Bro, the amount of political fan fiction that I have read where character A is running for president and character B is either like the campaign manager or also running, I can't. I just wish this was like some type of queer, like either 2 guys, 2 girls, or like a non-binary person. Okay, what about 2 non-binary people? Wouldn't that be interesting? Somebody write this. Write it. And what do you mean by that? This cover is so freaking cute. Please keep this book far, far away from me. Something about this book is speaking to me. I feel like I have to read this for some reason. I heard incredible things about this book. Have you read it? Okay, listen, I know that this book is probably not going to be good, but tell me, why do I want to read this series so bad? I am loving everything about this. The title, the cover, the haunted house, the trees in the background. I love it. Real talk, is this heated rivalry? Now, I am very interested as to see what happens in this book. Why is he calling her? Is she like you know those people where you would like stay up super late at night and they would have those commercials saying, "Oh, call this number and talk to Bethany for $5.99." And then, I feel like that's what this book is giving. Normalize erotic thrillers. Okay, you can't tell, but I believe that this cover was light pink with the part that looks silver. I think that was pink as well, and I was like, dang, this is so cute. If only it was not about hockey. Okay, this is cute or whatever, and I'm not trying to be negative, but would she or would she not get stuck in the snow with those heels? Me personally, I don't know, so I am looking for a real and genuine answer because I've never been in snow or seen the snow. I feel like she would get stuck, no? I enjoyed other books by this author. I absolutely do not want to know what kind of pride he's talking about. This cover is cute. I've heard good things about this author. If you are my friend and you have not read this, why not? Read it right now. Right now! This looks so cute. We got an interracial couple and they're both gamers. How freaking cute is that? This is me freaking out because I cannot locate a gift from my friend. I can't find any of the books I'm looking for her. Hey, Regina from Once Upon a Time. I feel like I need to read this for some reason. Loving the cover on this. I think it was a graphic novel. Either way, it was super skinny and super expensive, so I did not buy that. For my werewolf lovers out there, here is a little guide for you guys. I'm not really sure what's happening in this book, but it looks illegal. This cover is vibe central. I love it. I wonder what this book is about. It's giving very much tarot card inspired. I'm interested. This to me is giving White Lotus. Girl, why did I think that said something else? Hashtag need this. It was super heavy too. I could use it as a weight. Please, have any of you read this? Please tell me if it's good and if I should read it. I loved If We Were Villains by this author. Not sure what this book is about, but I really like the cover. It's giving, what's that show? Only Murders in the Building. Loving this cover. I need to look up what this book is about immediately. Tell me why I read this as Bring the House Boots Down. Is this good? I don't know, but I'm interested in this one.
Book haul, book haul, book haul, book haul. Okay, so you got, not them being the same color. You guys saw what I got. I showed you already. It's gonna be the picture of Dorian Gray. This was only $4. Oh, and this one has footnotes, so I won't be confused. And then, oh my god, I've been looking for this girl for years. Literally years. The Beatrice letters. You guys, I can't believe I found this. There was so I was in the horror section, and the horror section is right next to the middle grade section, and I was thinking, it's also next to the YA section. Why is it over there? I don't know. And I was thinking, today is the day I'm gonna find the Beatrice letters. Let me go check real quick. I looked over. I said, I'm pretty sure that it's missing something here, but I don't really care. And it comes with a poster. Let's look at it together. Oh, this is from book 13 of a series of unfortunate events. You kind of know what that is. Oops, my wife's calling. Hold on, guys. Okay, really quick, like I was saying, so the Beatrice letters, basically they're like an additional thing for a series of unfortunate events universe, and I have been looking for that for years. My bestie boo wants to read them as well, so I'm super excited for us to read them. And they better be good. I went in to turn in a couple of books that I didn't want anymore. Nothing to really unhaul for you guys because I already gave you the unhaul. A while ago, I just had these books in my closet. Anyway, so I turned them in and they gave me $50. So I had $57 to work with. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Cersei, I couldn't find Bunny, I couldn't find Rouge, I could not find not Allswell. Why do I keep saying Allswell? I could not find Natural Beauty, and I could not find We Used to Live Here, and I could not find Where I End. So I got one thing that I was looking for several years, and then I got the Picture of Dorian Gray so I can give my friend her copy back so I can annotate the house boots down this copy. So, it's a win. Am I disappointed? Yes, but I have to look on the bright side. I'm excited to read the Beatrice letters. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming along with me today. That was so much fun. Let me know about those books I said to let me know about, and I'm so serious. Please. Would you want to go shopping with me again? Maybe? Let me know that too. Alright. Have the best night ever. I will catch you in the next one.